Thank you for you guys hitting the like button, kicking with us, and chatting, getting active in the chat. Share this with 2 people. Let them know your favorite After Church podcast is live. We having a great conversation over here. So, sometimes I think about subjects and I'm like, he don't care.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, let's go.
So.
Oh, okay. This guy.
Come on. All right, so Diddy. He got acquitted of the major charges, right? He got acquitted of the major charges. He only got 3 out of 5, acquitted for 3 out of 5. And then the 2 were substantially lesser charges, but they break it down here.
Crossing on the wires right now, Sean Diddy Combs is found not guilty on the racketeering conspiracy charge in this federal case. The verdict on the 4 remaining counts are not read yet. Here's another alert. Combs found not guilty in the sex trafficking of his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Here's another one. Combs found, okay, so this is count 2 now. Combs found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs found not guilty of sex trafficking. And that applies to the girlfriend who went by the pseudonym as the name Jane. And CB, I'll bring you in. I want to read one more alert here because some of this seems to be a bit of a duplicate as it's coming in. Combs found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution with the former girlfriend who I just mentioned as Jane. So those are 5 quick alerts that just came up on the Reuters wire, and we are waiting more from inside the courtroom as we speak. Does that line up, CB, with what you have down there at court?
Bill, so what I'm looking at, count 1 through 5, the only count that I see that Diddy has been found guilty of is count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution as it pertains to Diddy's ex-girlfriend and accuser, Cassie Ventura. The other 4 counts I am seeing. Excuse me, let me backpedal a little bit, you guys. This is all breaking in. We're dealing with rolling thunder out here. So I'm seeing Diddy has been found guilty on 2 counts, the transportation to engage in prostitution counts, count 3 and count 5, as they pertain to Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura, and another former girlfriend who testified under the pseudonym Jane. What I am seeing right now are guilty verdicts on count 3 and count 5. And I can tell you that prosecutors, when they argued that Diddy transported these women in male escorts across state lines to engage in prostitution, they pulled up a slew of flight and bank records, going line by line, in some cases to jurors, pointing out hotel stays, links of hotel stays. They also called in law enforcement investigators as summary witnesses to explain these lengthy, extensive records that they had pulled in this case. I think it's very interesting that these are the charges that these are the only charges that jurors found Sean Diddy Combs guilty of: transportation to engage in prostitution. And also, to argue these charges, prosecutors called male escorts to the witness stand who testified about how Diddy paid them, in some cases, hundreds to thousands of dollars to have sex with Cassie and him. And at this point, right now, we can see from this verdict sheet that Diddy has been found guilty on count 3 and count 5. He has been found not guilty on the most serious charge, racketeering conspiracy. He's been found not guilty on count 2 and count 4. Those are the sex trafficking counts. The only counts he has been found guilty of are the transportation to engage in prostitution. And I want to say,
all right, we get the gist of it, right? Cultivate says, so it's illegal to be freaky?
Yeah, absolutely. This is what happens when you niggas are sexual deviants. You know.
Desiree said, here's the thing. Prosecutors dropped the ball. They just proved he is a freaky he's a freaky ninja. They rushed to prosecute him, and this is what happens.
Yeah. So we did all that, the dog and pony show, for him to. Oh my God, this is ridiculous. But you know what? We're gonna in a few months or whatever, you know, within the year, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have another nigga on trial, or we're gonna have somebody else to talk about. We was just, first of all, we started off with Diddy, then we went into Shannon Sharp. We back on Diddy. In between the Diddy shit, we was talking about Tyler Perry. You know, all of a sudden Tyler Perry was fondling on niggas. Like, come on, man.
So here's a question for you. Do you think this will make because you know women love to talk about getting flued out, right?
Yeah, fleet. Oh, Philly is having a trash fire. Okay, because they was having a problem like last time I was there. That was like 5 years ago. It was a stockpile of garbage.
So, do you think this will make the whole idea of getting flued out? I use flued out on purpose because it's just funny to say. Getting flued out. You think this will make people more cautious about doing that? Because it sounds like what they're saying.
Yeah. Oh, about being the person that's flying the people out.
Yeah. I phrased that wrong. My bad. Yeah, the person that pays for a flight for someone to come see them.
No, I don't think that's going because Diddy had some other shit going on, and this is the only thing that was able to stick. You know, they're gonna try to find something to stick, right?
We got to get something.
Right. This is the Fed, so like the Fed's got like a conviction rate of 99.8 or some shit like that. So we're gonna stick you with something, but I think this is not gonna stop anything. It's not gonna stop nothing. You know, people want to send for some coochie. They'll send for some coochie, man.
Do you think
or butt, whatever Diddy's preference is. Or his butt, whatever you got going on.
So, second question, how do you think that okay, so this says so the people the overall federal conviction rate is very high, with more than 90% of individuals prosecuted in federal court being convicted. This is largely due to a high number of defendants who plead guilty, with only a small percentage going to trial.
Yeah, because they hit you with so much stuff, man.
That's what I was about to say. Like, is it because they're that good, or is it because they just make so great of a threat that people just bow out?
It's definitely the latter. Because I've been watching like a lot of mob things, and you know, the feds have rained in on them, and you know, like they say, they're gonna hit you with so much different stuff where you probably plead or something.
Cultivate.
Head down. Bussy popping.
Pause.
Hey, that's a Diddy thing, man. Diddy.
Do you think this would? How do you think, in your opinion, because you don't know, we don't know, not you, but we don't know. How do you think this will affect him from a business perspective? Do you think people will say, "Oh, that's Diddy. We're gonna keep our distance from him. We don't want anything to do with him," or will they work with him behind the scenes as like a silent investor or a silent partner?
Well, we got a president. You see what I'm saying? Who's been convicted. Did motherfuckers stop voting for him because of that? No. So I think this is if anything, it adds credibility. Like, this motherfucker's freaky. We can fuck with him. You know, like, you know, because they got, like, when you get that type of money and chop and shit like that, people get into real freaky endeavors. You know, and you know, he seems like he's a guy who can make it happen.
Yeah, I think so. How do I say this? Let me ask. Okay, so first of all, if he does another Making the Band, people still will line up.
Yeah.
So do you think this thing actually is connected to his dealings with Ciroc and
Diageo?
Diageo, yeah.
It possibly could be. I mean, maybe this was just that, you know what I'm saying, a slap on the wrist or whatever. Hey, man, back the fuck up. You know, you in line, boy. But I think that's what that's about. Otherwise, they could have really made this shit stick.
They could have just put some stuff together for real.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's see. I don't know, because it's kind of like,
as soon as he get out, he gonna have another party like that. You know, this the real Diddy party.
a block party.
Yeah.
Block party.
Yeah, he finna have everybody invited. You too, Spaces. Spaces.
That's Desiree speed.
Spaces. I see you doing your thing, Playboy, and you know, what I'm saying, Daddy, I wanna invite you to the party. You know, me and you ain't party yet, Spaces. You want to take your podcast to new heights?
Bro, it was so cringy when I see him. Well, first of all, I always heard him say that in interviews and calling dudes daddy.
New York niggas call each other daddy.
They do?
They do.
I only hear Diddy calling him.
I've heard, I was listening to something, it was Nas, he was presenting 50 Cent shit. This was some way back in the day, but I literally just heard it about 2 weeks ago. And he was like, yeah, presenting 50 Cent, yeah, do your thing, daddy. But my thing is, if it's daddy, because I believe back in the day they used to say daddy-o, right? And I'm trying to figure out why you removed the O. Leave the O. What up, yo, daddy-o?
That's right. Desiree said, I'm going to a Diddy party. I can't lie.
See? They're gonna have some people at the Diddy parties, man. You wouldn't go to a Diddy party?
I don't think so, bro, though.
Huh?
I'll have to pass on that one.
Why? Kirk Franklin gonna be there.
Diddy Jake's gonna be there.
Diddy Jake's gonna be there.
Creflo $1.
Creflo $8. Yes, sir.
Oh man, it's just the amount. Man, it's just sullied to me now. It's like it's just something to stay away from entirely. To me, his name is sullied. Mm-hmm. Now, I am working on being a person that tries to separate a person's real life from the music that they make.
But how does this sully his name? We knew, like, this is prostitution. Like, I personally know niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put your names out here, but we know some people that bought some poon, right?
Bought some what?
Some coon. You know what I'm saying? Some coon. Right? But, like, does it make it like, what do you mean? Like, because he got convicted?
Or he just
finna, I don't.
He's generally cringy to me, period. Because whenever
most
I heard
millionaires are, like, they're weird.
Whenever I heard him call a dude daddy, I'm like, I couldn't even call him Puff Daddy.
So he wasn't, before this, before the him being convicted, that wasn't cringe before?
No, it's always been cringy that he would call a dude daddy.
Yeah.
Constantly. And it didn't seem like he was just saying the word. Like he would say the word bro.
He was moistening you up.
He was.
He was. Yeah.
Cultivate said, I would love to know how much Johnson Johnson made since this whole Diddy thing popped off. I know that made some crazy money. I don't know. I haven't heard anything one way or the other.
I think that they had the stocks that kind of fluctuated. It was up and down. It wasn't nothing too crazy.
So just to get a specific for people, because I know in the video they were kind of bouncing back and forth. Count 1, racketeering conspiracy, was not guilty. Count 2, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion by 2, Cassie, not guilty. Transportation to engage in prostitution. Okay, Cassie, guilty. Count 4, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion with Jane, not guilty. Count 5, transportation to engage in prostitution with Jane, guilty.
Are these even felony charges? The ones that he was guilty of?
I don't know. Cultivate said a grown man being moist is diabolical.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? But, that's the world we're living in now. Well, you got a bunch of grown moist men.
So I had another question that I wanted to ask you about this. Oh, sheesh. Oh, yes, thank you. I'm glad I clicked that. So word on the street is the person that is the Jane is 50 Cent's baby mother or ex-wife or whatever he is. Used to deal with 50 Cent at some capacity.
Yeah, she wasn't married to 50, I'm sure. Which one? You talking about the little Asian Filipino chick?
I'm not sure. I never really cared enough to look, but it's just, so my question about that though is, what do you think about, in these types of cases, the man's name and it's everything about him being on blast, but the woman that's accusing him of whatever can go by an alias and never show her face?
Yeah, I think all things need to be on the table. everybody name you want to accuse or whatever. Like, because I mean, ultimately, it's guilty until proven innocent. You know, the United States, we kind of, or American culture, we kind of switch this thing around. But I mean, this is our thing as well, getting guilty until proven innocent. But we also have the court of public opinion, right? So we crucify people before they even take stand or whatever. So, but I, you know, just to go back to your question, I think all names need to be out there. If you want to make this shit public, all names need to be out here.
Do you think that it's fair for them to be able to go by an alias and
Absolutely not. No. I mean, unless there's some children involved or something, you know, right? Then I think that's a little different, you know, minors. But I just got a random taste. I got some taste for some beef and broccoli. Chinese food. It's crazy.
That was random.
It was. Maybe because we were talking about the 50 Cent Asian baby mom. But anyway.
No, I agree with you. I agree 100% on that regard, because it's just simply not fair. It's not no special explanation. It's just you know, the man is being put on blast. All of his character is being, you know, put on blast for out for public scrutiny, and his accuser can say whatever she wants behind the scenes and nothing. Like, so the man could be put on blast and get backlash and get blowback for whatever this is going on, but the woman can hide because she's trying to avoid backlash. She's trying to avoid some sort of retaliation. That's not fair. That's not fair. I think, yes, if you're going to accuse somebody of something, you need to show your face as well. It's just that simple, because that's not right. But thank you guys for kicking it with us. Share this with 2 people. Let them know that your favorite After Church podcast is live and having great conversation over here. Thank you guys also for hitting the like button. Now, so I don't know if you heard about this.
I haven't.